Alright guys, today we're going to be on highway in the 12T, and what the heck am I doing here? You're about to find out, right? So we have two light tanks on this team. The EBR is going this direction, the T-52 is going out to the field. I'm the third light tank, and this is highway, by the way. Again, I'm not sure if I said that, but in the 12T, this tank is so powerful that I kind of want to almost play like a tank destroyer at the beginning of this match, and because Highway is so unbalanced, in my eyes, maybe people think differently about this map, but I find this map to be very unbalanced from the northeast spawn for this particular section of the map out here. So what I'm actually doing is destroying all these buildings while the T-50 makes that, aggressive run out here. I'm going to destroy this building and destroy this building so that if people do advance later on, I will be able to light them from that area. That's not exactly what happens here. So watch what happens here. We have two mediums out here, the T-20 and the Type 59. I'm sitting back. I was trying to find shots at these guys as the T-52 kind of YOLO scouted them. And now we have the EBR kind of running through the middle here, and I'm going to try and take this bush. However, I'm kicked out of it in a matter of a few seconds because the EBR is going to end up running this whole line, and apparently nobody can get shots into this guy. So this guy's just running out in the middle of the open. So I'm going to come back now, and this guy is going to spot me very shortly, because he's so close, right? So eventually he spots me here. The EBRs don't have great view range, but they have enough, right, to spot me at this distance. And I'm going to clean him up here. I hit him once and then light him on fire, and it's a GG for him. These people with the EBRs, man, like they think they're invincible or whatever. Or they just want to YOLO scout and scout the whole team. Good for you, man, but you're not really not doing your team any good by doing that. So what I'm going to do now is start going over and trying to help the heavies, right? Because what I see on the map at this given time is there's a lot of heavies that are trying to push into my guys. And in fact, I didn't see that immediately, but as I started coming over here to get into the render range, I can see that that is the case, and the KV-5 is going to get overwhelmed very soon. So here's my first free clip, basically, in this vehicle. I'm going to kind of wait for these guys to poke out, and then I can get side shots into the Thunderbolt, into the M6, whoever decides to poke out, because eventually they are going to push, and they're going to have to run down this line, where I can get shots going down the train tracks here. Pretty clear, right? So the OI is here, and what a great target to see, right? Like, this is a big freaking tank. You can't miss it. I might as well just start unloading on this guy, and that's what I'm going to do. So this guy's pushing into the KV-5. I see that the OI is now pushing this way, so I'm going to get one more shot into him. Look at the size of the bloom on the 12T when you're on the move. And there you go. We have first four, shots here, basically, and we're also kind of spotting these guys as they're coming through, so we get a little spotting from it. Now, what I'm going to do now is stay here, right? Because I have the binocs to relight these guys as they're going to cross. Maybe not the T-29 necessarily, but if these guys are going to push down this line, I want to be here to light them, right? But they're smart about it, and they're actually going to run down the zero line. So now at this point, I'm going to reload, and I can leave here now because now it's not really going to matter, right? Like, my view range isn't going to matter here up until I need to spot basically the very far zero line. Because once I see the ISU 152K coming over here, I'm like, all right, let me make an active run, because I know these guys are going to be driving up this far road all the way on the far line of the zero line here. So I'm going to make an active run here. I spot them, and look at the ISU cleaning up the AMX AC there. And that's beautiful, man. And now we're just going to relight it one more time. See if this guy maybe can get one more shot, but at least we have information on where these guys are pushing into. And now I'm going to run back and watch the angle I'm going to take on these guys, right? I'm going to come all the way to the back. ISU hits two very good shots here in a row, so that's beautiful. The 152K is a very powerful tank. Indian's going to poke here. I do get lit again, but I'm going to continue running all the way to the very edge here. And from the edge, you have a really, really good angle here on enemies that are going to poke, and also enemies that are going to try and run under the bridge. Now, it's a good thing that my mediums and this EBR were able to hold off these guys long enough. If these guys pushed, this game would have been over, man. We would have lost the whole map. But this is just how this map plays out. Usually you lose this portion of the map. By some miracle, we were able to hold on to it for long enough. And, we're able to kind of start bringing this game back. Now, I'm going to put some shots into the Indian Panzer as he pokes, and all I'm trying to do now is keep these guys up on the top here so that my guys kind of have a fair fight at hitting them on the ridge line. Maybe not necessarily against a T-29, but pretty much everybody else, they should be able to hit their turrets, right? And what I'm doing is just holding this line. I don't want anyone coming around the bridge here. So as the Thunderbolt comes around the bridge here, I have the APCRs loaded, and I'm going to unload into the Thunderbolt here. And that's my goal. I'm trying to aim this shot really, really well. I hit it, looking for that last shell to try and get it off, but doesn't matter. I'm going to reload, man. And I'm going to continue doing this. I want to hold this line to help my team. And now that I'm seeing that everyone else has been cleaned up, I'm like, all right, let's go, guys. Let's push into the T-29 and let's retake this portion of the map. So we're going to push into the T-29. And I'm going to follow the Scorpion here. And bounce the first shot, clean up the T-29 with the second. And now we're going to push through the city, make sure there's no one in the city, right? I'm pushing through, kind of going through the trees here, trying to stay in the foliage. And all of a sudden, out of nowhere, we find the Basoto sitting in this bush line. I'm not sure what he's doing here, but I'm going to basically run circles around this guy. Clean him up there. Artie's trying to target me or target someone else. And now I'm going to go and reload again. So at this point, I don't even know what happened here. I don't know what this Basoto is doing, but we're having a very, very good game. And this is why on this spawn, from the northeast spawn, I mean, you could call this stat padding or whatever the heck you want to call it, but this spawn is so unbalanced that if there are other light tanks on my team, I like to take a very, very passive approach at trying to win on this northeast spawn, because 9 times out of 10, I swear, you always lose this portion of the map. We actually ended up sort of winning it by some miracle, and we lost the other side of the map. So then I had to defend the other side of the map, and we did it successfully, guys. We have 1,800 damage, and this is what the 12T can do. As I was stating at the beginning of this video, the 12T has this 4-round magazine that is very powerful in the hands of a good player. In the right hands, right, you will be able to do a good amount of damage. So now I'm going to push in, and again, thank God that these guys weren't the greatest up here and didn't push this way. Down like the AB lines and stuff, because if we lost that side of the map, man, we would have been flanked and there probably would have been a GG. But now we're able to push into these guys. They're on, defense now, and we are obviously on the offense. We're all pushing in here. And Type 60 or Type 59 is going to go after the E25 there, and now we're just going to push in. I get a shot into the SU-100Y, and I get one last one into the Artie here, and that's the game, guys. We did 2,019 damage, 1,364 assists, 5 kills, and again, you can call this whatever you want, but this is how especially if we have light tanks, like if we have multiple light tanks on the team, I'd like to take a very, very defensive approach and basically get ready to lose this portion of the map and just defend it, right? Like, it's so easy with this tank, especially with the APCRs, to just get at like a medium range, let a clip go or a magazine, and then reload and do it again, or reload and do it again. And what you'll find is that this tank becomes very, very powerful, even against like tier 7s and tier 8s, man. It could work if you're able to pen, right? And again, 2k damage, like 5 kills, guys. Like I think that this is, again, one of those few games where I really made a big difference. And nothing more to say, guys. W8 was great. The mark went up and all. I already 3-marked this thing, so it's not a big deal. But this is what you're looking for. And I was asked, like, what the heck do you do from the northeast spawn on highway? Here's what I did. This might be kind of a unique example again, but 3 light tanks are in the 12T. And here's how I approached it, guys. Here's how I had a good game. Here's how you can try it if you would like. It's just another example, guys. You don't have to do what I do, but there you go. This was a mastery for the 12T. Again, 2019 damage, 8 module damage, 5 kills, 1364 assist. And here is everything. 1315 experience. That was the mastery. 2019, 5 kills, the 2 badges, guys. What were they? These 2 right here. And that's all. I mean, their team didn't play that bad, honestly. I don't think their team was awful. But we were just able to bring this back in the end. And that's how you can do it, guys. Like the northeast spawn is so tricky on highway. So I hope that helps you out, guys. If it does, sub to the channel. I'd really appreciate it, and turn on notifications. I'd be glad to help you guys out. So I have been posting videos every single day for a while now, and I do hope that they're helping you guys out. But I, of course, appreciate the help as well. So sub, comment, like the video, share it with your friends. And that's all, guys. I'll catch you for the next one. Take care of yourselves. Bye-bye now.